What's going on, everybody? Oh, a little more clerical things to do here real quick. Go to audio, make sure we're on the right thing there. We are good to go. Now, let's get into some comments. Boy, I tell you what. It's been one of those days, I'll tell you that. Oh, what's going on, everyone? How was the week? Long. How are you, Zach? Hey, Jamie. Jamie O fills in the makeup room. Mr. Jones, how are you again? Bubba, yo. Hey, Bubba, just subscribe to your channel. Thanks, Zach. Always get along. Got a long ways to go on that truck. Absolutely, Bubba. For sure. Charlie Cassidy. Hey, how are you? Taking the day off, so I have time to check out other channels, not just listen in. Sweet deal. That is awesome, Zach. Bubba's thumbs up. Joshua wants to join tonight. I don't know what I'm doing yet tonight, Joshua. We'll see. Comments. How's it going, Mark? Nice to have you in the chat. Occupant, what's going on? XFell. Thanks. Love the Mac hat. Yeah, Mac tools. I haven't done a whole lot of everything, a whole lot of buying on Mac tools, but so far they've been pretty good. I got some ratchets. I had some stuff sent to me from Mac, and it's all been pretty good stuff. So I'm definitely a Snap-on fan, but Mac is no slouch. So just throw that out there. But you can't be only one brand loyal, right? With tools, you got to have everything. Heavy HD Wrenching, how are you? I'll have to check that out. See if you got a channel. I don't know if you've been in the chat before. I'm trying to think. If you haven't, welcome to the chat. If you have, welcome back. Charles, good. Wait till I post a reel on Instagram around Tuesday about this last week. It was crazy. Can you still buy wood paneling for your basement? I don't even know if you can, XFell. I have no idea. I know you could in 1968 when this house was built. That's for sure. Hello, ladies. How are you doing? Joey finally made it to a live stream. It's been a while. Yes, it has. Absolutely. Nice to have you in the chat, Joey. Hey, Occupant. Charles Cassidy, I have Mac tools. Yeah, there's nothing, no videos yet. Got Instagram. Well, I'll have to look that up on Instagram. For sure. Maybe I already follow you. I don't even know. XFell, everybody's saying hi. Hey, Dave. Hey, HD Wrench. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, absolutely. Dano, how are you, man? I was at a garage sale today, or actually a barn sale today, and there was an old, I know you'd appreciate this. There was an old Astro impact driver set there. But I did not pick it up. It was, it was made by Astro. No. Vessel. It was a Vessel impact driver set. Sounds good, man. Let's check this out real quick here. 5 requests. Yes. Accept. Primary. Yes. And when you respond, good to go. Sounds good, man. Let's see. Dano. There we go. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Dave. Hey, Broken. Hey, Occupant. Danos. Occupant. Good evening, Bill. So, Bubba. Dano's Toolbox. Dano's from Canada. Bill Beckett. I did not see it last Friday, bud. Caught a little bit of it, but nothing major. Everybody's still saying hi. Everybody's saying hi, and I caught the comments. Ha ha. So I don't know if any of you guys caught guys. Yeah, I think we're all guys in here now. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Hit that like button. I'd appreciate it if you can. Oh yeah, Canada. What are we talking about tonight? Oh man, who knows? What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Let's talk about some crazy stuff. I have a feeling that how many states out there do emissions testing? I don't know. Michigan's not one of them though yet, and I think that would be tonight and tomorrow's the feature. So they went out there. The Derby was Friday night. They went out there for inspection Friday evening. Saturday, which is today, is the heats, and then tomorrow is all the features for all the cars. So tomorrow should be the big day out there, and that's in, I forget the name of the town now. I'd have to look it up again, but yeah, that's where it's at. It's in Indiana or Illinois. I don't know. State I'm in stopped. Did they? That's good. I'm just curious if they're going to see it coming back. You know what I mean? So they do it by county. In BC. Okay. Right on. So Canadian have HD wrenching. In BC. Indiana, nope. Only a few counties in Ohio. Nope. Gotcha. Here in Ontario, Canada, they dropped it. That's good. Anyone need cat parts for? Oh yes, absolutely. I have not looked at those yet, Bubba. I need to do that for sure. Absolutely. We have safety and emissions testing here in MA, which would be Massachusetts. Bubba, I like manuals. Only thing enforced in BC is Tier 4 deletes. Gotcha. Having trouble setting inline sequencing valves. I have 5 with each one 10 bar apart from one another. Any thoughts on a good procedure? Currently using a power pack with an old DC pump. Inline sequencing valves. So you're talking about the sequencing valves. You're talking like a poppet or like a relief? Is it like a relief? They're in line though. Oh, are you talking about the safety valves? Like the load hold check valves? Is that what you're talking about? Occupant really didn't know how to do testing. 1 to 2 gallons per minute. We used to have emission testing in place in Muskegon. Close it down and auction everything off. Gotcha. I may need 7 to 10 gallons a minute. Muskegon, Michigan. Yeah, I was with you. It's raining in Florida. It has been the best day here in it has been the best day here by far in a long time. It's nice and cool. Like, I didn't even sweat today. We'll put it that way. It was a good day. Not really bad, you know. It's been horrible. Parts of Pennsylvania, just gas cap. Others does the check engine and drive cycle, and others none of. Oh my God, she was going to drive, but to lose money. Yeah, I'm in Chachuga. Cleveland does, and Franklin, C-Bus, Cincy, etc. Gotcha. Ed T, what's going on? The car manufacturers have locked down modern cars, so they'll go into limp mode if emissions are bad, but don't give. I know. But I mean, as far as equipment goes, they're doing the same thing. So they do put them in limp mode where you can't even use them. So I guess that is their end all be all, and then they're cracking down on the delete side of it. So that's kind of where they're at. But I was just curious if they were going to try to crack down on the delete side of it more because of with testing. You know what I mean? Because there's too much stuff going on right now with trying to crack down on different stuff. People are really watching for that stuff. I personally have never done it. Don't really endorse it, but there are people that have, had it done, and they're currently using their machines, and it is what it is. I mean, I'm not the police for it, so it is what it is. Oh, right there, Will S. Bubba Ayers, any manuals for F series wheel loaders or K or M series loaders? Hello, Walter. There's a reason my side of the state's called Lawless. Cash for Clunkers destroyed all the old engines. I know. Like that Derby car that I just picked up. It's an older police car. I don't even know what year it is. 80s, early 80s. But it had that carburetor that was kind of a carburetor, but not really. That Ford had, it was kind of like they had O2 sensors on it, and it was a goofy carb, but it was just a carb they put on it, and that's a 351 Windsor, and I was pretty happy to find that because that's that. The Windsor's one of my favorite engines, like period, bar none. I think that Ford Windsor is good to go. Maybe that's just because I live so close to Canada, and being a Windsor, it is what it is. I've never actually owned a Cleveland, so that may be something different. But for extension cylinders, round. Let's see here. I don't have a place to put them. They're still in the Suburban. I wish you were closer. Me too. I wish I was closer too, Bubba, because I don't know how many pounds that would be to get on a pallet and ship, but that would be a phenomenal resource to have here. I don't even know what it would cost. Extension cylinders, round, poppet type. Okay, so they are like a relief, and they're for the extension cylinder. So are they in the block where the two hoses come together like a hose burst protection valve is what I would call it. I don't know what the proper name is, but that's what I would call it. Gotcha. Same here. It's Cars for Kids. Internal adjustment. Internally piloted. Okay. So they are they're like a preset relief that are, I don't know any other way besides putting them in a block and a porta power and making sure you get what you need to get. Dave, haha, most of us, just a few with cities. It's not the stupid road safety. Stay. Bubba Ayers, yes, that's exactly what I'm in need of. Occupant, there's a steam show in chat. Chayuga, old steam engines might be something to do. Holy cow, we got this. How's everyone's Saturday going? Doing good, Josh. How about you? AgTech 45. How are you? Nice to talk to you again. Hello, AgTech. Hello, AgTech. How was your day, Josh? Hey, Zach, Dental Occupant. Busy Bill. Hello, AgTech. I'll try and send you a photo. Yeah, that'd be cool, Mr. Jones. Might be able to come up with something. pay to destroy old cars. Late, but the porch light's on. I know the Cleveland's a better engine, but I'm just saying I like the Windsor. It seems to take a lot of abuse. I've just never had the Cleveland in anything, if that makes any sense. I've had a couple opportunities to buy one, but 400 to 500 pounds of them. Jesus, 400 to 500 pounds. I wonder what that would. I wonder what it would cost to ship a pallet. Got to pick up what you got. Crossover relief on the cylinder. Speaking of YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, check Joshua out. Hit me up on Instagram. Hey, AgTech. Hey, Bubba. I am not sure what they do with them. I would think they crush them. Yeah, it's tough right now, man. Cleveland steam. No, we're there. Is that where the steam engines are? Is in Cleveland? Because the Cleveland steam. Jesus. 150 to $200 for shipping. That's not bad. If I could get them up here for a couple $100, I'd be sending Bubba some cash for sure. See what he needs to get out of those. FedEx probably cheaper. Have to check from North Richland Hills, Texas to you. We'll have to check that out. What are you trying to ship from where? Some paperback manuals from Texas to Michigan. Get the old TV show Shipping Wars to ship the manuals. They're always doing it cheap. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. The old Shipping Wars. That was a crazy show. That was. I've been watching myself some Gold Rush lately, actually. I don't know. It's been kind of crazy. Media mail. USPS. Cheapest option. Yeah, a pallet box. That would work. It's probably how much you have in there. JC Smith, how are you? Good to have you in the chat, as usual. Your post today, JC, was definitely quite, fitting for the way things are going. Let's just get the work done and be done with it, right? Everybody's going to say hi to JC Smith. Hey, JC. Yeah, so tonight I got a little bit. I was working on that. I know Skag Turf Tiger was 1,500 pounds from North Carolina, was 375. That's not too bad. Mark, I'm in Pennsylvania, so I can't even relay them from one member to another until it gets to you. Gotcha. Yeah. Country Mod Garage, how are you doing? It's great to have you here. JC Smith. Hello, JC. USPS hates to do it, but books and manuals classify as media mail, and it's discounted and very cheap. That would be awesome. Diabolical, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. So tonight, what are we going to talk about here? This week, if you caught my earlier live stream, it was I had a Bandit wood chipper. I got the injectors out of that. It was crazy because at 3/4 throttle, half to 3/4 throttle, that thing would just roll coal and just want to choke itself out. Like it was just raw fuel and had a miss at about 3/4 throttle. Injector number 4, the miss the number 4 was bad for sure. But I took it down to this local diesel shop that I use, and went back and they cracked off all of them. And what happened was it was like at a certain pressure, it was at like what was it, 200 bar, I think is what it was. It would like stream, but if you were to crack it fast, it would give a mist. But it was streaming fuel out and just dumping fuel at like that where it wasn't at full pressure. So at rev up, it was giving it crazy smoke, and then it would clear up and kind of go away. This is a 6BT Cummins or 5.9, whatever you want to call it. But it's in a wood chipper. So, I mean, it'll take, what do you say, 17-inch trees? That's what it'll do. So it's a pretty good sized chipper. And probably 20 bar. I'm sorry. 20 bar. What was it? Was it in bar? I don't remember. Let's check it out. I might be bar to PSI. No, 220 bars, 3100 PSI. Yeah, 3100 PSI. Almost 32 Expo. So yeah, it was 200 bar. The injectors are supposed to be at 220. So at 200 bars, 2900 PSI, and they're supposed to be at 220 or 240. So 3400 PSI or 3200 PSI. Yeah, so basically about 3200 PSI was if the injectors were. So it wasn't. That's where they were streaming though, was at that just over 2000 PSI. So I'm still not convinced yet. I'm still not convinced that the injectors are the whole problem. It could be pump related too, but we're going to try a set of injectors before we go any further in the pump and just see, because 3 of them were testing where they would just stream at that lower pressure. So we'll check it out and see what's going on. I had a T and a gauge in line before my valve seat and record max pressure achieved. When I opened the power pack up to full flow, the sequence valve popped open. It would show as max on my gauge. I just seen the invitation. 17-inch logs. That's a nice size chipper. My guess was 14. Yeah, it's a good size chipper. It's a 280, I think, is what it is. I don't know. He said 17, but who knows, right? If it's not broken, I need 100, 110, 120, 130, 140 bar. Oh, I guess those injectors run it crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's $3,000 XFL. I mean, cracking pressure is anywhere from 20, sometimes they're at 25 on the older ones, 32, pretty average, I think. But I don't know. It might be different for what it is. You know what I mean? So it's what did the gauge read, Mr. Jones? Look at that. We want to know what the gauge read, because he was saying that, we'll pull this back up. I had T in the gauge in line before my valve, set to record the max pressure achieved when I opened the power pack up to full flow. If the sequence valve popped open, it would show as max on my gauge. Yes. Bad springs in it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is the well, not so much the springs, but the poppet, right? The spring that holds the poppet, the cracking pressure, because the cracking pressure was good, because he could bring it up to cracking pressure, and it would chatter. And when he did it fast, it would chatter. But when he do it, as like not like a full stroke down, but a just a spray, you know what I mean? It would it wouldn't it would stream out of the thing, out of the nozzle instead of mist. It was just a stream. And that's what I was thinking. It was giving me the black gray smoke that was rolling out of it on the way up. I need axle nut socket set. What do you guys recommend? OTC, I would think, would be the best occupant. There you go, OTC. I just the gauge read my settings after 5 try average. Occupant, I use Cornwall, but it's rebranded in a minute. So all was working. Is the flow enough? That's OTC occupant. Yeah, OTC, bar none. They're a good tool. There's a place online. What the heck was it called? I used to go there a lot. Let me see what it was. What was it called? Tooltopia. That's where it was. Tooltopia. Yeah, Tooltopia. Let's go to brands. See if we can find them. OTC. Awanatana Tool Company. I believe that's what it is. Let's see if we can find a part number here. See how much they're on here. Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff to look at here. Categories. Let's go to specialty tools. Let's go to suspension, tire, and wheel, steering, exhaust. I was trying to see if we could find it here. Make it quick. Trying to think here. Engine mechanical, drive belts, body, climate control, clutch, cooling, suspension, steering. Probably under steering, huh? Man, it's tough to get over here. Oh, come on now. Steering or suspension? What do you think? We'll go to steering. Power steering, pump pullers. I don't know. You'd have to look through there. But Tooltopia, I've used. They seem like a pretty good place. Sorry about that. We'll get back to you. So just new injectors. Is that recommend replacing all at the same time? I actually dropped them off. They're going to go through them and rebuild all of them, all 6. 3 of them were okay, and 3 of them were not so good. So 1 was bad, 2 were not so good, and 3 were okay. So he's going to go through all of them and put everything new in them. And it's like, it was like $120 an injector to have them all gone through in a few days. So I think that's what it was, $120, something like that. I don't remember exactly the price, but it wasn't bad. So we'll get those rebuilt. He's only about 20 minutes. 30 minutes from a house. And I don't know if they're going to tell you the truth, I don't know how long they'll be around, in the future. It's 2 brothers, and I think when they retire, they're going to close the doors. And they're a great injection shop. These guys do some great work. Yeah, you can open them injectors up. It could have dirt in them. Yeah, like I said, they're going to go through them. Yeah, OTC, very affordable prices. Tooltopia, yeah. Matt got a good deal right now? I don't know. They might. If I needed a setting of 100 bar, I would try 5 times and take an average of the readings. If I was close to 100 bar, I moved on to the next. Gotcha. Mac axle net set is 254. What is the power pack relief pressure? Just sent pics, Will. Still in the Stephen Doolittle, still in the hospital. Just want to show my support. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well in the hospital. Hey, Stephen. Hope everything's okay with you. Apparently, injected at 2,700 bar. Yeah. There you go. 100 bar is 1,450, so I tried 5 times. 20 times. I'm just wondering if my process is wrong. Time consuming because of the style of sequence valve is used. It might be. Hey, Steven was asking about you last night. Get well soon, bud. Absolutely. Hope you're doing better. Have about 3 shops in BC that do injections. It's a highly specialized parts trade. Absolutely. And when you find a good place that does injectors and injection pumps, and they're just good. Like these guys, it's like you can't. There's places that you can take it that's cheaper by a little bit, and the time frame is probably a little sooner. The turnaround time's a little sooner, but these guys are amazing. They do great work, and it is what it is. That's what you got to do, right? And you can rely on a good fuel injection lab is somebody you need to rely on, because most of the time it's not easy fixes. It's not like just a water pump or whatever. Well, some water pumps are a pain in the butt too. Steven, I hope everything is okay. Hope you're doing better, Steven. Power Relief 3000. What's up, Kentucky Tech? Hey, Kentucky Tech. Hello, Steve. Hey, Kentucky Tech, my brother. Been in so far for a month. Broke 7 months. Whole right side of my body. Oh, that's not good, Steven. Well, thanks for supporting the channel, and it's great to have you in the chat, and I hope you get well soon. Get those numbers up, Kentucky Tech says. Injector pop tester is about $100, and you can test them yourself. Yeah, it does, and it is good to be able to test them yourself. And when I worked at the dealership, we had one there. And yeah, I could totally have done it, bought one and done it myself. And like I said, these guys are a half hour away. And number 4 was suspect. And like I said, I just took all 6 down there I figured I was going to be rebuilding them anyway. So, hey, Kentucky Tech. Damn, that's not good. Kentucky Tech, how are you? That's insane, Steve. I hope you feel better soon, buddy. Yeah, sending some stuff there. Zach commenting in. If it's not broken, that sucks, Steven. Yeah, that sucks. Well, hopefully speedy recovery to the best you can. Kentucky Tech saying hi to everybody. Yeah, it's hard to be like, they're open normal business hours. They're a half hour away, 20 minutes to a half hour in a pickup. You can be there, no problem. So it's like I just go there. And then if I do have an issue, they're like, this is the type of place they are. If I have an issue with something that seems odd, fueling wise, I took an injector down there the one time, injection pump down there the one time, because it was leaking externally. Took it down to them to have it resealed, and they called me back and they're like, hey man, your barrel is cracked and your piston's cracked, both. They're like, the only time we ever see this is when an injector is completely plugged. You need to check this injector. And they called me back right then and there. And, it was like, hey, pull this injector because it's plugged or something's bad, and we're going to be doing this again. So that's the type of guys they are, and I appreciate that. They definitely do great work. So smash that like button. Kentucky Tech, I've been thinking about you lately. Living the dream, living the nightmare. What I miss? A whole lot, Kentucky Tech. Fighting with a moose again? I hope not. I hope not. But hopefully Steven gets out of the hospital soon. And I know if everybody's thoughts and prayers, I'd be appreciative. So that's pretty awesome. What else was I going to tell you about today? Well, we got that wood chipper. Oh, I had a Bobcat skid steer doing some work on. The actuator for the control valve is actually bad on it, so we ordered one of them. That's great customer service. Yeah, those guys are phenomenal. Yeah, I did a few giveaways. AgTech 45 won my toolbox because I gave that away tonight. That was pretty much it. So, yeah, congratulations, AgTech. I am still anti-fuel injection, bud. I am all fuel injection, direct injection. This IDI stuff is for the birds. Working on that gas engine, carburetors. Oh my gosh, the carburetors. AgTech, if I won, so I'll send it to you. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. Country Mile Garage air compressor he built. That thing is great. I need to start watching a little bit more. Yeah, I gave away my favorite hunting spot for the year. That was on there too. I don't know who won that. I feel like making people happy. I love direct injection too. Absolutely. Let's see what this is real quick here. Let's see what this is. Man, I get distracted so much. It's like a little squirrel stuff going on. So they're inline valves that you set to a certain pressure, and then they open. It takes that much pressure to open. I see what they are now. That's kind of a weird deal. So at a certain pressure, those open. I got you. Kentucky Tech, you're the best, man. See, look at that. Look at all this friendship in here. Doing great. Holy cow. MLH, how are you? They almost look like a flow meter, Mr. Jones. You know what I mean? Like they're like once they hit pressure, then they give flow. Is that how it is? Is that how it does it? What's it for? Is it for like a stage thing, or I'm curious what it is? Okay, get right on that. AgTech. I won the toolbox. Old time welder won a toolbox for sure. He stole a toolbox from me. Bought one in an auction sale. Had the boy clean it all up, and boom, he starts putting tools in it. Oh, that's cool. MLH, what's up, buddy? MLH. He is not keeping me in line at all. I did that head gasket on that Massey. I've got it close. It's running now. I had to put side panels. I had to wash it one more time. Underneath that fuel tank, it's just dirty under there. Yes, after that cylinder was open, the SUV. Oh, I've got one for you guys. This was awesome. I had a guy that had a Takeuchi, or Takeuchi, however you want to say it. I don't even know. Play with the timing cover on a John Deere all day. Old time welder. Yes, you did when the toolbox is sitting in your barn. So anyway, Takeuchi. Went out on it. Guy called me up and said, "Hey, it won't start." Okay, cool. Cranks, but no start. So I go out there, and that morning I worked on that Bobcat, and then I went out there. So I go out there and I start looking into it, and it's it's cranking but won't start. So I check low pressure fuel side, and it's got a Kubota in it. And those Kubotas on their fuel water separator, there's an elbow to the inlet. And generally I've seen 2 of them now plugged full of stuff in that elbow. So if you're on a machine, I'll have to take a picture of the next one I see on there, and I'll pull it out and show you the elbow I'm talking about, and actually do a little video on how it comes out and goes back in, because it just pops out and pops back in. So it's pretty nice little design to get that elbow out and clean it. But I checked that was clean, clean. Went up in underneath the cab, checked for its electric lift pump, turned the lift pump on, checked fuel at both filters, good, all that good stuff. We got low pressure fuel. So no air, low pressure fuel is good. Hook up laptop to it, and Jaltist hooks to it. Everything seems to be fine. Start looking at command versus actual injection pressure, and it was hitting like 500 psi. I'm like, man, it seems awful low. Don't know what's really going on yet, but it seems like it's not sending fuel. So anyway, start looking at some other stuff, and I was going to go look in this schematically of how make sure we can see how injection's done in the book, right? Well, this is where I got the Takeuchi book, but it doesn't have the engine manual because it's a V3300 engine. So it's a V3300, and I didn't have the engine manual. Go up on Diesel Laptop site. They don't have the engine manual for that either. So I was calling them. I was on hold, waiting. And I just was like, I'm going to look at everything. Just look around, see if there's anything silly. There is a start inhibit switch in the cab on the right side, little red switch, toggle switch. That was pushed. Flick that baby the other way. It's kind of like on the John Deere excavators. There's a little fuel kill switch down on the bottom by the foot. So keep that in mind. Takeuchi no start. Flicked it over. He comes back. And I've known this guy forever, and he's like, well, I'm like, you're all set. He's like, what was it? I'm like, you don't even want to know. You don't want to know. And he's like, yeah, I do. Well, come to find out, his daughter was in the cab playing, whatever the night before, just sitting in the machine, having a good time or whatever, not the night before, but whatever it was. And she hit the switch. So keep that in mind. And he just looked at me and said, just send the bill. I don't even know what to tell you. So it was pretty funny at the end of it. Dano, I heard if you buy a toolbox and someone puts tools in it, they'll legally become yours. Oh, maybe. So if I own the toolbox, the contents inside the toolbox are now mine. I like that. What John Deere engine? That'd be good equipment. 6081. Just got done this week doing a fire truck radiator. Oh boy, that was fun. I bet. Matt, nice to have you in the chat. I don't know if you've been here before, but nice to have you in the chat. XFEL, yes. That's the law I heard also. Must have got lost looking at pics. Must have. Must be international law. It's a maximizer. 5,000. I'll be showing on my next toolbox tour. Yeah, it was. Stuart Dedman. I've had a lot of experience with those excavators. Gotcha, Stuart. Yeah, they're not bad machines. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. Yeah, well, the problem was I started going after something actually wrong. And that was you know what I mean? Like if I'd have just got up in the cab and looked, I might have, but it is what it is. You know, you look start simple and go from there. Really, you rented out those. They're not horrible machines. I don't see an issue with them. The biggest thing that's a problem is that one's got a DPF on it. So with the DPF, it's you know, is what it is. So he's had to have it regen a couple of times. Not by me yet, but we'll see. Carburetors are easy. I know I got the vacuum gauge to set them up, and we're gonna get that baby dialed in. Made my MSD wires all nice now for the car that I'm gonna destroy, and I got to put new coil on it, new carburetors on it already. The exhaust is all set now. It's coming down. I wish they'd let me run them through the hood. So disappointing. Trans is good now, I think. I don't know. I put a trans in it, and we'll see. But yeah, carburetors. What was the switch for again? Emergency fuel cutoff. You know, maybe I'll look at this real quick here. It was a TL8. Let's see if I can find an image of it and share it of what it looked like in the cab there, right there. Right there it is. Let's see. Why wouldn't you? Let's see here. Let's see. View video. We don't want to do that. Features. Man. Anyway, here, let me share my screen and I'll show you exactly. Oh, wait. Before we do that, we got to go over here. No, that's not the right one. We want to take this one, move it over to here. Then we go back over here. I'm gonna break the internet, boys. Share screen. This one, share, add to stream, right there. See that switch? I don't know if I can blow that up or not. Let's see here. What's this button do? Google Lens. So it looked like, I wish I could. Let's see. What's that saying? Anyway. It's a fuel. I don't know what it's for, really. Let's see if old Googly can find it or not. See the switch right there? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Can you see that? I'm trying to see if I can make it bigger or not. Anyway. That's the switch, right? Oh, I moved the little highlighted thing right there. That's the switch right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Now you can. Right there. That's the one. When the switch in, next we'll start the start override. Went on a cat 3412 today. Check engine light, secondary speed sensor, a 4080-6 rolled up. He complained about an EO3 code. He missed the fact that the battery light was on. Belts were ripped in 3 pieces. Imagine that. Why would you have a start override switch, and why don't they have a flash when you? I have no idea, but it was that switch, and it just had that little icon. Also had a hard time torquing some 36 millimeter tie rod anchors this week. Had to max out my high torque. Just came too close. Time for a bigger one, I guess. Absolutely. Some days you got to go big. Get a multiplier. That'd be sweet. I like multipliers. Some engineer had just fast job. Fill control and the plus at the same time. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it again. Control plus. Okay. Let's see if I can find it now. Oh boy. Did I just go too far? I might have went too far. I made it bigger. Control minus takes it down. Oh, I clicked off the darn screen that I had. It was this one. Now we do control plus. And now we go over here. And now we go. Where was it? It's right there. It's that one. But it was this one. Nope. Let's go back over here. Man, it's so tough when you start to do that. Right there. There it is. Click on that one. Over here. Up here. Right there. That's the one. So that's the switch right next to the monitor. Thank you for that. It's not broken. I appreciate it. Now let's get over here. Remove that. Open a new window. Yeah, it still didn't get me too big. Thank you, though, Xfel. Yes, we can see it. Sweet deal. That's the one. Control minus to make it smaller. Yes, baby steps. Baby steps. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For sure. We don't want to get down too crazy there, because it's baby steps. Can't do too much. MLH, are you still on here? I have a question for you. How did your Deutz go? Curious. I never heard back from you. Anyway, baby steps. You guys gotta, you just can't go too fast. I'm just some old darn wrench here. Just, working on the working on the iron. What else did I do this week? Enhanced Sector 11. Oh man, you guys are crazy. But yeah, So what else did I do this week? This week was crazy. Monday, I don't even know what I did on Monday. Well, Monday I went out. Oh, that's what I did. Monday. Oh my gosh, Monday. What a day. Went out and did travel hoses on a 200 John Deere excavator. Somebody welded a plate on the bottom of it underneath the swivel joint for protection. That had to be torched off, and the hoses were blown, so there's oil everywhere. Oh, that was a horrible day. Tuesday, I tore apart that 35 or 65 Massey head gasket. Found out I had some damaged stuff. Oh, so not good. Gotcha. But yeah, so did that on Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't even know. Thursday and Friday. Friday was kind of a crazy day too, but had a busy week. Got as much done as I could, and we're still moving along. Yeah, it was just a wild week. We had the first day of school this week, so the boys had school and such, so that was cool. Yeah, it's been good. What else has been going on with you guys? I guess I haven't had time to video too much. I had a guy call about a corn binder, an old corn binder. Today he called me. Well, that EPF call answer lasted for about 1,000 miles, and I cleaned it again, but this time it still won't work. Peterbilt is saying mid-October before we can get one. Yeah, no doubt. But did you use Windex? Is that what you used? And it worked for about 1,000 miles? That's better than having her sit for 1,000. It was a beautiful week. It was. Got it fired up. Only got a quarter of the story. Control panel is burnt, hot wired everything to get it running. Now they want everything fixed. Huh, imagine that. Huh. Yeah, no doubt. Yes, Windex. Okay. So Windex is fixing them for a little bit. Who cares what quality the DPF is? I think it was a DEF quality sensor. But yeah, XWell, it's tough world out there. You know, there's guys out there power washing them things out, making them go for a little bit longer. And that's their cleaning, which probably works. You know, I mean, it works. Yeah, I knew you meant DEF. Diesel Dude Kentucky. Hello, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. Ammonia is the key to breaking down urea crystals. Oh, yes. Apparently that is the key. So that sounds like, sounds like in this community we got a pretty good rap on it. I seen that question come up on Facebook, and I answered it, and I had a couple good feedbacks from that too. Because I was like, hey, this is what I've heard. I haven't done it myself, but I've heard it. I might try straight ammonia. Yeah, I wonder if that would work. Because it's trying to figure out the level of so it's trying to figure out the level of urea, of nitrogen, in order to, yeah, because it's 32.5% water. So it's trying to figure out the DEF is nitrogen. So urea turns to ammonia. Yes, that makes sense. Sorry, I was putting that through my head. Cat was on the Cat was on that 4.4 EGR cooler replacement this week for me. 2 guys, 4 days. I flipped it yesterday. Also, remove ATF fluid from clothing. Really? That's good to know. Them are the cool tips, man. I've been using Pine Sol in my wash machine for my clothes, and it's been working amazing. We've changed a bunch of gauge quality sensors in our trucks. Yeah, it seems like it was golly, yawning. That's not good. It seems like at first when we had DEF problems, it was the pumps. The pumps were leaking into the out of the plug on equipment side, and then the quality sensors. JCB had a crazy run of them that were kind of bad for a while, and then they got them cleared up. But who knows? I think there just hasn't been enough testing on them. The sensor has an analog signal and a digital signal. I can duplicate the analog signal with resistance, but I cannot duplicate the digital signal. That is the problem. Stuart. Phil, do it outside when you wash them. Your wife will thank you. Gotcha. Stuart, there might be... trying to think of how you can get a digital repeatable gauge. I wonder if you could do that with a scanner. Find a way to trick it for a minute. But they're saying that they're trying to, like, I guess I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that Peterbilt and Packard or Cummins or somebody is actually rewriting software to remove the quality sensor trigger from those engines for the time being to get the trucks back up and running. But I don't know if that's true or not. I'd like to hear from a reliable source on that one. Probably a dealer would know that. Some window cleaner doesn't have ammonia because of window tint. Really? I showed up, they were sitting on the work bumper on their phones. Not good thing to see when I pulled on site. Oh my gosh. So they were billing you 2 guys for 4 days. That's crazy. That's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, flip out. That is crazy. And how do you justify that from you? How do you justify that? Get a $10. That's what I was wondering. If you could figure out the signal and put it in line and just fake it to make it think the quality is there, because it's not level that's the problem. I think it's the quality sensor. Phil, there's a service bulletin for Packard that I will send you about the rewrite of the sensors. I'll have to find it. Thank you. That would be a reliable source, is a service bulletin from Packard. I wonder if the sensors that are in the RV water tanks would work. I wonder. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I definitely appreciate about this community is we're sharing information and sharing good, reliable information most of the time. I mean, we all share our BS when we need to, but there's some good, reliable information out here. And this is a great place to do it and spread the word and go from there. But yeah, that would work out if you could, because it's just quality. As long as you're putting good def in it, who cares? if the computer knows that it's good def. As long as the outcome is good for your after treatment, does anybody really care? You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. So we'll find out. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap her up here at an hour tonight because I have yawned twice already. And I want to get to bed. It's 10 o'clock here, a little after. So I wish you guys the best next week and enjoy your Labor Day and have some fun. Sit down, relax a little bit. Have a fresh cup of coffee in the morning and keep her at that pace the rest of the day for your Labor Day if you can. If you're got to go to work, do the best you can, keep your head right, and you all stay safe, and we will catch you on the next one. So you guys have a great night. Thumbs up on your way out. Have a great weekend. I appreciate it if you would, and enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.